I'm back with another album review. Today's review is on the self-titled album by Pearl Jam. Now, this is their eighth studio album and their most political album since some of the songs are related to the War on Terror. It was self-produced with help from Adam Casper, who also recorded and mixed the album. These guys also brought in Boom Gaspar on the organ and the piano. The album was released on May 2nd, 2006 on J Records. In addition to being political by saying fuck you to the Bush administration, the album also has a more aggressive sound, essentially being a nod to the band's debut album, which came out 15 years earlier. Some of the songs are also related to the untimely death of Johnny Ramone. More on that later. Now let's talk about the songs. The album starts with Life Wasted, which was released as a single on August 28th, 2006. The song is really dark because it's about the death of Johnny Ramone. My mom was also upset by that because Ramones were one of her favorite bands, and I discovered them from watching Beavis and Butthead. The song received a music video. There's a link in the description. After that is Worldwide Suicide, which was released as a single on March 14th, 2006. The song is about the war in Iraq, but also about Pat Tillman, who was tragically killed in Afghanistan due to a friendly fire incident on April 22nd, 2004. A music video was made for this track, and there's a link in the description. The next track is Comatose. Mike McCready and Stone Gossard wrote this track. We follow up with Severed Hand. Apparently this track is about the use of LSD. That's followed by Marker in the Sand. This track has to do with religion. Next up is Parachutes. It appears that this is another track about the War on Terror. Up next is Unemployable. Here's a track that's all about poverty. Right after that is Big Wave. Jeff Hammond wrote the lyrics to this track. What's next is Gone, which was released as a single on October 7th, 2006. Eddie Vedder said this track is about a guy leaving Atlantic City in search of a new life without his possessions. What's after that is Wasted Reprise. This is the sequel to Life Wasted. What comes next is Army Reserve. Apparently, Damien Eccles of the West Memphis 3 received writing credit for this track. Granted, this album came out 5 years before he and the other two were finally released. The second to last track is Come Back. This track was related to loneliness, and a live version was featured as a B-side on the Life Wasted single. The album ends with Inside Job. Mike McCready said that he wrote this track when the band was touring in Sao Paulo. When researching this album, I read that it was number 2 on the Billboard 200 and the US Top Hard Rock Albums. It was also number 1 in Portugal and Italy. The album was certified platinum in Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, gold in America, Brazil, and Portugal, and silver in the UK. The album was received pretty well from critics since it had a 74 on Metacritic. It's just that some empty-headed fucknugget at Pitchfork thought it was mediocre. Once again, fuck Pitchfork. Now for my thoughts. I think this is a really good album. I know it's not nearly as good as Riot Act or especially Binaural, but I still really enjoy it. Now, this album is almost 20 years old and it still holds up. It was made back in the day when bands were making anti-Bush albums, and the best example is Ministry. I will eventually get around to reviewing Ministry's albums. Overall, I recommend checking out this album. Now, as part of my question you, Have you listened to Pearl Jam's eponymous album? If so, what do you think about it? What's your favorite song from it? Which band do you think made the best anti-Bush albums? Now, let me know in the comments. If you liked the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to press the notification bell to notify you of future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another review.